Hey, what's going on everybody? Dash from Duo Kage here with another video. Today's video is going to be an interesting one as we dive into theorizing. With that being said, however, this video will contain spoilers for the manga. So if you aren't caught up yet, I suggest you go read the manga all the way up to the latest chapter. Now, let's get into the video. As you all know, Sasuke gets his Rinnegan stabbed when Momoshiki takes over Boruto's body after the battle with Ishiki, and this has left Sasuke severely depowered. Now, with Sasuke no longer having his Rinnegan at his disposal, this got me wondering, will Sasuke get a new eye or even a new arm to make up for his lost Rinnegan? So, I want to start off with the arm. I think it's something definitely plausible. I mean, Naruto did get a replacement after he lost his arm to Sasuke during their final battle. Now, with the character of Sasuke, he was in fact offered a new arm made by Tsunade, which was cultivated with Hashirama cells. However, he refused, and his reason is that losing an arm is like a reminder for him, so that he won't be consumed with attaining power, which is something he kept obsessing over when he was much younger and angrier. Sasuke also states that him missing an arm is a way of him atoning for his former criminal activities and past sins. Now, do I think Sasuke will get a new arm? I don't know, but I do want to speculate how much of a power-up he would get if he did so. Now, with the arm cultivated with Hashirama cells, it is fair and possible to say that Sasuke could acquire wood release, and you may be wondering how, and I say look no further than Obito. After getting the entire right side of his body crushed from the boulder, Madara patches him up with Hashirama cells from the white Zetsu clones at his disposal, and booyah, Obito's got a new body made of Hashirama cells. Now, later, when Obito learns that Rin and Kakashi are in trouble with the hidden Mist Ninja during the Third Shinobi World War, he immediately heads into battle, and in his rage over Rin's death by way of Kakashi's Chidori, he slaughters the Mist Ninja by combining his newly acquired Mangekyo, utilizing Kamui, and using wood release, or more specifically, wood-style cutting technique. Now, what I'm about to say is just me theorizing and hypothetical, but if Sasuke does get a new arm, I believe he would in fact be able to use wood release. Let me explain. In the Kakashi Anbu arc in Shippuden, we get to see a young Yamato learning to use wood release after successfully surviving the experimental procedure placed on him by Orochimaru. If you remember watching episode 355 from Shippuden, Danzo explains that in order for Yamato to utilize wood release, he needs to infuse water release and earth release together, thus creating wood release. Now, with that being said, I believe Sasuke could use wood release by infusing said chakra natures, and for those out there who don't know, Sasuke actually has all 5 nature types. The Rinnegan basically grants the user all nature types. But without his Rinnegan, you may be wondering how Sasuke could possibly do this. And I just want to say, look at Yamato again one more time. He didn't have a Rinnegan and could use wood release. Now, you may be saying, this is a totally different thing, but then again, if Sasuke does get the new arm from Tsunade with Hashirama cells, he'd basically be in the same position as Obito, who did use wood release, and Yamato, who can use wood release. And Sasuke, being a much more skilled shinobi than Yamato is, could definitely pull off the same thing. He can just come up with a way to, create wood release on his own. He's that much of a genius.
Well, well, local hottie.
Oh, so cool! How come you're not cool like that?
Sasuke! You're always trying to make me look bad in front of everyone!
Now, when it comes to getting a new eye, Sasuke definitely isn't going to accept some whack-ass weak eye. And with Amado in the village, I think it's fair to say that Amado could potentially create an eye unique to Sasuke. He's proven to be capable of modifying and enhancing a person and turning them into god-tier characters, so making an eye shouldn't be too difficult for him. And with the latest manga chapter, it's revealed that Amado's own eyes have been modified. So he can definitely create an eye. That's what I'm trying to say. So if Amado does produce an eye for Sasuke, what abilities would it entail? If I were to guess, based on rereading the manga recently, I think it would be very similar to Delta's robotic eyes. They were capable of absorbing Naruto's Rasengan, something the Karma does, and also an ability given to Rinnegan users via the Preta path. I also believe this eye could see hundreds of kilometers away, just like the Byakugan, but like I said, this is just a theory, and my reason being Amado has been studying the Otsutsuki and their powers, and it isn't impossible that he's created an eye similar to the way the Byakugan works. It's entirely possible. Anyway, when all is said and done, if I were to guess, I think Sasuke would choose the eye over the arm, simply because I think he still believes he has a lot to atone for, but that's just my guess. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date. We post content regularly, so do subscribe, that way you won't miss a thing. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end. Sayonara.